Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Tips at 5 p.m. This is Sandy, Suburban Homesteader Wyoming. Today's tip, trick, or technique is all about salt and what we can do with salt. Now, I looked in my kitchen just to see the different kinds of salt I have because it comes in different sizes and shapes and colors. And I had Himalayan salt, I had kosher salt, and I just had regular iodized salt. This has iodine in it. They started putting that in about the 1930s because Americans did not have enough iodine in their systems. Now, what do you do with salt? For me, I use it in the kitchen, I use it all over the house, and I use it outside. And salt is actually used medically also. Saline solution, eye drops, are just a couple of the things that we use salt for medically. In the kitchen, of course, it's a spice. It enhances food, but it also preserves. We use it in a brine, pickles, making sauerkraut. We ferment with it. We also clean with it. And you can make 1 cup of salt, 1 gallon of warm water, mix it together, and you can clean everything. From your kitchen counters to your floors to your refrigerator or your microwave. You can clean anything with it. If you have silver and you just cannot get that tarnish off, now this is the last resort. You cannot get it. You've tried every single thing that you know of, everything that people have taught you. Last resort, wet sponge, salt, and have a little teeny bit of vinegar in that sponge. And it should get the tarnish off, but only use that as a last resort. But if you have to, it's there. Now, they have been preserving food for thousands of years with salt. Fish, meat, all kinds of things, because salt is such a good preservative. It also will get rid of mold, or make mold not start. In fact, in your refrigerator, the block of cheese that got moldy, when you take it out of the package, take a cloth napkin, make a salty solution, dip the napkin in there, wring it out, and wrap your cheese around it, and it will preserve it longer. And you won't get the mold that you would have otherwise in your refrigerator. You can clean cutting boards. You can clean tea cups or teapots that have water spots, tea spots on there. A salt water will clean that. If you spill grease, this is a great thing with salt. You're out in the garage, you spill some grease. You can literally just pour the salt on there, wait just a little bit, and it'll wipe up. Likewise, if you spilled grease on your carpet, you can also make a salt solution and rub that. Trying to rub with the grain of the carpet. Outside, you have weeds coming up through your bricks or your patio. Your sidewalk's cracked and you have weeds coming up. A cup of salt, 2 cups of water, bring it to a boil, and pour it carefully onto those weeds, and it will kill every one of them. Now be careful not to get it on your grass, and don't get it on your plants, because it will kill them also. It can kill ants in anthills. Pour boiling salt water on there. But you can actually even change the color of salt, just like you would change the color of sugar. Ziploc bag, a little bit of salt, a drop of food coloring. You can make it green or red or whatever for whatever holiday that you're using it. Just something fun. Another thing I've used it for is if I get mineral deposits on like a vase of flowers. You know, sometimes the minerals in your water, the calcium in your water, and you have those spots in there. A damp sponge with some salt on there, it will just clean it right off. In fact, with sponges, sometimes they just get gross and you're just going to throw them away. Salty solution, put your sponge in there overnight. In the morning, rinse it out. It'll be all back to good. Just things you can do with salt. One thing I'm going to try when we get back, because we will still have snow when we get back to Wyoming, is you make a salt solution, put it on a cloth, get it damp, and you're supposed to be able to wipe it on your windshield to make it frost free. Now, I don't know if that's true yet, but I am going to try that. Experimenting. I love it. Now, the U.S. produces the most salt, then China, then India, and then Canada. So there's a lot of salt and a lot of different salts throughout the world. And in fact, Roman soldiers used to get paid with salt because it was so valuable. Interesting. Salt as a form of money. But in the comments below, I would like you to say one or two things that are completely unique that you use salt for. And I will see you next time. It's 80 degrees and Joe and I are headed to the swimming pool. See you later.